This is the Iowa Weather Report for Thursday, March 13th, 2014. And now our first look at the 0Z GFS model run. This is 1 p.m. this afternoon. We have a shortwave trough moving across the New England states. That's with a snowstorm that's burying some parts of New England. Otherwise, the flow is starting to turn a little more out of the west around here, and the winds out of the south and west, so temperatures will warm back up into the 40s and 50s across the state. Could see some lower 60s in the south and western counties with plenty of sunshine around. Sunshine looks to continue here on Friday. There could be a little more cloudiness around, but not too much, with temperatures still roughly in the 40s and 50s, as a cold front will be sagging into the state, but all the moisture will be to the east of the area. We could see a few flurries here on Saturday. The GFS is showing some precipitation around. Could see more clouds than anything else, with readings a little bit cooler in the 40s to near 50. Sunday looks to be a little bit cooler now, with a high pressure over northern Lake Michigan east of Green Bay. That could bring temperatures down into the 30s to lower 40s, but it warms right back up again on Monday, back into the upper 30s to maybe lower 50s from northeast to south and west. Any precipitation will be well to our north across the northern tier of the country. System moves across the Great Lakes here on Tuesday. May skim our northeastern and eastern counties with a little bit of snow activity. Shouldn't amount to a whole lot, with readings still about 40 or so, give or take a few degrees. The flurry and snow shower activity looks to continue in Minnesota, Wisconsin into the Great Lakes here on Wednesday, as temperatures still look to remain a little bit below seasonal levels in the 30s and 40s. But even a week from today, you can see we have a trough over the north and west, and then pretty much a zonal flow from west to east, so temperatures should rebound a little bit, but with warmer air, the Gulf starts to open up, and a system begins to take shape here by next Thursday evening, and this could last for a couple of days into the extended period. Thinking about the extended period, March 24th, we have a ridge, kind of an omega pattern, blocking up into the northeast part of the Pacific. That's taking a lot of the cold air in the Yukon and Arctic and starting to dump it back into the country again. We could see, maybe if the GFS is right, could see a little bit of snow activity, very light if anything, around here on the 24th, with readings maybe in the 30s to lower 40s. At the end of the forecast on March the 28th, a flow coming straight out of the northwest once again. System moving off in eastern Canada and the New England states. That could be a pretty decent storm system that could bring a lot of snow there again. And around here, it's just going to stay cool with readings in the 30s and 40s, which by this point is still a little bit below seasonal levels. Satellite image from last evening, we had the one storm moving off the northeast coast, a lot of low clouds around the Ohio River Valley, a few thunderstorms off the South Florida coast. Elsewhere, it was fairly quiet across the country at this point. The Watch Warning map from last evening, you can see the winter storm warnings and advisories across New England, a freeze warning in most of northern Georgia, some winter weather issues in Ohio. Elsewhere west of the Mississippi, it was quiet. Going to the QPF chart, precipitation over the next 5 days. This is through Monday evening at 7 p.m., showing most of the precipitation the next couple of days will be across the south and up the east coast. Around here, maybe up to 1/4 of an inch of liquid equivalent, mainly in the form of some snow.